Hi everyone, EG here with laryngitis. I wanted to put out a video and I'm already missed a live stream and I missed my Sunday post. This cold really did a number on my throat, which is really typical every time I've ever had a cold in my life. I always get some version of this while I'm having it. So I feel much better. My sinuses are much better. Everything's, I'm improving. And, but my throat, it's not really my throat, it's my voice. My throat's not even sore, but I still have a cough from time to time. And it's just, this is how the sinus thing, when it drains down my throat, it just affects my vocal cords. So it doesn't hurt to talk. It's just weird. And I know it doesn't sound like me, but it is me. So it's appropriate because I decided the title of this video was going to be that I'm really grateful I just had a cold. And I'll explain that in a second. You guys probably can figure it out if you've been watching me a while. The other thing I wanted to point out is my camera angle is different on this video because I'm actually propping my iPad up and filming it on my iPad because it's just easier to just then switch that over to edit and stuff. So I don't have a holder for my iPad anymore. I used to, but I got rid of it. I think I actually took it with me to France, and I think I gave it to Jeff, and because I just couldn't carry it around and stuff. So I just have the holder for my iPhone, but it doesn't fit this. So I'm kind of it's being propped up on a pillow, and then I'm kind of holding it so it stays relatively stable. So back to the concept of this video, which is that, and I'm doing this totally off the cuff, but I've obviously had a couple of days to think about it because I'm filming this on Sunday. I got sick. I mean, now that I think back on it, I was getting the beginnings of the cold on Wednesday night, but I just thought I was having some sinus issues from allergies or something. I just didn't really think it was a cold. And then Thursday, definitely knew it was a cold by the afternoon. And that's actually, I just could tell I was coming down. You know how you just kind of know. I never had a sore throat. I know it sounds like I have a sore throat, but I don't. Never had a sore throat, but it was all up in here, except for having some cough too in my bronchial. But most of it is just the first couple of days, my eyes hurt, my sinuses hurt. I had a headache from that. It was just miserable until yesterday, Saturday. So I had a couple of really bad days. And then yesterday, I felt better, but I could hardly talk at all. I mean, this sounds good compared to how I was talking yesterday. So imagine that. So I really couldn't film yesterday, but I was feeling better. And then today I can tell my sinuses are even better, but I don't feel a lot better. I think I'm just, when you're sick, it just, especially because this is on top of all the other things I've been dealing with physically and the post-COVID stuff, it's just, you just don't bounce back as fast. So, I'm being patient with it. I got the whole week. I just need to feel better by the 11th so I can go to my scheduled dentist appointment because it will be hard to get another appointment there if I can't go. So I better be okay. Fingers crossed, you know the drill. So why I'm grateful? Well, I kind of just covered a little bit of that, but usually I'm never grateful when I get sick with anything. But I am grateful because when I got sick with this, I was freaking out about this thyroid thing being out of whack. And I started taking the higher dose of the levothyroxine. So, of course, that takes a couple weeks to even notice a difference physically. But I started taking it, but I was really kind of freaking out because I still don't really understand why my thyroid would get that out of whack. I don't, again, for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, I do not have a thyroid gland. I have 2 scars here. One of them was a surgery done in the 80s, and the other one was the complete removal of my thyroid in 2005. So, do not have a thyroid. So, it's not the same as someone who has a thyroid and has low, TSH. So, my TSH was really out of whack. And considering I take thyroid every day, kind of weird. But I did my own studying on this, as well as I received a message from one of my viewers who's a nurse. And apparently, COVID, not a surprise given the timing of this, COVID is messing with people's hormone levels. And I mean, even after you have it. And so, one of the reasons why this may have done this is it has interfered with my body's ability to absorb the thyroid from the pill. And so therefore I was only getting part of it. I wasn't getting like the full amount I normally would. So that's why I guess it's probably better I'm on a higher dose for a while, that maybe that will all kind of even out eventually, but we'll see. Anyway, sidetrack on that. I was freaking out about it because I've been dealing with thyroid issues really since my mid to late 20s. And I know thyroid probably better than any other thing I've ever had because I've had to learn a lot about it. And I just, I was just freaking out because I thought, what if I'm taking too much thyroid now? Then I'll have heart palpitations and it can be dangerous, actually. So, I mean, I had a lot of fears. And then I got the cold. And by the way, I do believe I got the cold from the clerk who was helping me at DMV last Monday, who was blatantly having cold symptoms. She was sniffling, she was coughing, and not covering her mouth. So there was really nothing I could do. I was kind of standing there for about 10, 15 minutes with her, and I knew that, I could potentially get sick from it. I didn't have a mask with me. I couldn't really do anything in that moment. So, I just thought in the back of my mind, oh, please don't let me get this too. And sure enough, I got a cold. So I'm grateful though. Grateful because first of all, I haven't had a cold in 8 years. It's been 8 years since I've actually had a cold. So I had forgotten how much joy they bring. That's sarcasm. And and I forgot about the voice thing because nothing else takes away my voice like a cold. So I am grateful because I knew within the first 24 hours that it wasn't going to be like COVID was. Like I never had a fever. I never felt that horrible just sickness that knocks you flat when you have something like COVID or even the flu. So I knew what it was. But I'm grateful that it wasn't something worse. And it was a good reminder to me to be grateful because it also took my mind off the thyroid thing, which was kind of good because it's hard to explain for those of you who have not experienced weird illnesses. I've had several times in my life, I've had very strange illnesses that took months to diagnose. One time in particular in the 80s when I had Epstein-Barr virus and when I got sick, and I was really sick, they could not figure out what it was. I had to wait 3 months to get in to see an infectious disease specialist who tested me for several viruses, and it was Epstein-Barr. So I've had weird things that took a while to figure out what was wrong, which is always really frustrating. So when you get sick with something ordinary, like the common cold, you go, oh gosh, at least I know what it is. You know what I mean? Like you're just like going, yay, I'll be all right. See, the good thing about the common cold versus COVID is the common cold doesn't give you all these lasting side effects and doesn't try to destroy your body like COVID does. So, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So I had to kind of do these gratitudes like a story, basically. But I know I sound wretched, and someday you'll hear my normal voice back. I don't know. I am planning to have a live stream. You'll see this video on Monday. I'm planning to have a live stream on Tuesday. And as long as I'm talking any better than this, it'll be fine. And I should be better. So, yeah, I just wanted to check in with you and let you know that even when you get sick, sometimes what you get, you can actually be grateful for, because it takes, first of all, it's more predictable. And second of all, it may take your worries off of other things, which is good. And it's just a reminder that we all have to deal with stuff, and that most of it we get through. And so anyway, I just wanted to check in so you'd know I was still kicking, still here. And hopefully I'll see you on the live stream on Tuesday, the 4th, I guess, of November. So anyway, until then, take care of yourselves out there. I hope, I tell you, after this happened, I am going to seriously wear a mask when I go to places where in the winter here, I'm not taking a risk again of just getting all kinds of stuff. I know my immune system has been whacked down by the COVID thing, so I got to be careful. So you guys don't need to remind me of that. I know that. And I mean, next time I go to Walmart or go to some place where there's a lot of people, definitely be wearing a mask. So anyway, take care, all of you, and I'll see you soon.